Hi, this is TapCat. We're going to talk today about a topic that seems to give a lot of Rise of Venice players some trouble, and that is automating trade routes. Now we're going to start with just the simplest way to do that, and that is buying and selling amongst a small group of cities. So I've already selected a convoy in Venice, and what we're going to do is if you're just kind of starting from the normal thing here, go to the trading route tab and then plan route. And you simply click on each city that you want to add to the route. All right. And this is pretty much how you do want to do it. A nice tight cluster like this is the most efficient way as a general rule. Having selected the cities, we then need to tell the convoy what to do in each one. Now we're going to assume for this first example that only Venice has a warehouse. So we're going to say load the goods up here and then sell them in Zara, Ragusa, and Durazzo. Now if I close this up, what we're going to do is we're just going to put it on here so we can watch what happens with the cargo. Actually, I apologize. What I should have done before that is say activate the route. This will actually start the ship. Let's go ahead and speed things up. So we're going to watch our quantities here, and look at that. Almost all of it got sold in Zara, and now he's going to go on to Ragusa. And this does illustrate a pretty common thing that happens with automated trade routes, which is that once he runs out of goods, there was no point going back to Durazzo. He has to come back to Venice and stock up. When he does that, he does not, pick up where he left off and go to Durazzo. Notice he went back to Zara and then Ragusa. So we're on our, third round that we're about to start, and he's yet to go to Durazzo. So this does make it pretty clear that what you want to do is make sure you have plenty of stock for your convoy to carry so that you're not neglecting cities or wasting a lot of time on these runs back to home port with an empty cargo hold. So let's go ahead and segue into our next example. We assumed for that first scenario that we only had a warehouse in Venice, but in actuality, that is not the case. I have warehouses in Zara and Ragusa as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit this route and say, okay, look, I don't want you to just sell goods in Zara. I want you to load them as well. And the same is true with Ragusa. Since I'm picking up goods in these other cities that are not plentiful in Venice, we are going to go ahead and add a sell command for there as well. So now, I keep forgetting to activate the route. Let's go ahead and fire it up and get this baby rolling. So now what will happen is we're not just going to sell goods there. Now we picked up the wood and honey, and we're on to Ragusa. Now I didn't have any stock in Ragusa to pick up at the moment, so he just sold. But this time we made it to Durazzo.
Watch Ragusa.
And this is one of the advantages, by the way, of having warehouses and production capacity in more than one city. That you have a much better chance of finishing your route and keeping your convoy more productive. So, I think at this point we've probably covered the basics of setting up a convoy for buying and selling. Let's add another wrinkle to it, which is that in addition to simple warehouses, I also have production facilities in those cities. So, for example, in Zara, I make wood and metals that Ragusa needs. And also in Zara, I make meat, and that uses salt, which Venice makes. So what does this mean? Well, it means in Venice, I want to say load raw materials in addition to what I was already doing. In Zara, I want to unload that salt. So I need to check this. See, with sell goods, I'm just literally selling that salt in the marketplace. It doesn't do me any good. But now anything that the AI can recognize as a raw material for that city, it'll unload into my warehouse instead. And we'll go ahead and load raw materials from the warehouse to be used in Ragusa. Now, likewise, in Ragusa, we're going to tell it unload raw materials. So let's go ahead and activate the route now. And let's see what happens. So we are, in fact, bringing salt over. And let's speed this up. And what we should see is that right now we have a lack of raw materials. Would you like to take a rest? But once we've dropped this off, see, now we have salt. And so we'll be able to start, I should have done it this way. We'll be able to start making this meat because we've got the raw materials in hand. And the notification went away. And then likewise in Ragusa, we dropped off wood and metals.
Welcome back.
And in our warehouse, let's just check. Yep, see, we've got wood, we got metals, and in just a second, there went the little message, and it's happy now. So it's going to start making our blacksmith.
Because there is nothing to do.
Yeah, the blacksmith makes metal goods, and it needs that wood and metals. So he got what he needed. Everybody's happy. And we'll make more money once we start taking those tools around as we produce them and sell them to the other cities. So I think that covers all of the main points of automated trade routes. If you found this helpful, please give the video a like because that will help other people find it as well. If I left something out of this video that you were hoping to learn, or if you have ideas for a new tutorial, by all means let me know in the comments. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope we see you next time.